Have you ever had a day where nothing was really wrong, but somehow you still didn't feel happy? You woke up, you went to work, you answered the messages, you paid the bills, you talked to people. Maybe you even laughed a few times. And yet, when the day was over, you sat alone for a moment and thought, is this really what life is supposed to feel like? That question can be uncomfortable, because sometimes your life isn't falling apart. Your career may be okay, your family may be okay, your finances may be manageable, your health may be okay, but somewhere along the way, you stopped enjoying the small moments. And here's the part most people don't realize. You may not need a completely different life. You may simply need to reconnect with the life you already have. A few years ago, imagine a man named David. He was in his late 50s, living in a quiet American suburb. He had spent decades doing what he believed a responsible person was supposed to do. Work hard, pay the mortgage, take care of the family, save for the future, stay busy. And he did exactly that. Then one Saturday morning, something strange happened. David woke up with absolutely nothing he had to do. No meeting, no commute, no deadline, no urgent phone call. He made coffee, walked into the living room, sat down, and realized he didn't know what to do with himself. The house was quiet. His phone was on the table, the television was off, and for the first time in years, there was no task demanding his attention. He stared out the window, and he realized something that bothered him deeply. He had spent so much of his life preparing for the future that he had forgotten how to enjoy the present. Maybe you've felt something similar. Maybe not in exactly the same way, but perhaps you have noticed that the things that once made you happy don't seem to have the same effect anymore. And if that's you, stay with me, because we're going to talk about 7 small habits that can slowly bring that feeling back. Not overnight, not through some magical formula, but through simple changes in the way you experience ordinary life. And the first habit may be the one you've been missing without even realizing it. 1. Stop rushing through the moment. Think about your morning. You wake up, you reach for your phone, you check the notifications, you look at the news, you answer a message, you think about work, you think about money, you think about everything you need to accomplish. Then you grab your coffee and rush into the next thing. But here's the problem. Your body is having a morning, while your mind is already living in the afternoon. You've arrived at the present moment physically, but mentally, you're somewhere else. The Stoics understood the importance of giving your attention to what is actually in front of you, because you can't experience yesterday anymore, and tomorrow hasn't arrived. The only part of life you can actually experience is this moment. So try something tomorrow. When you make your coffee, don't immediately reach for your phone. Sit down, take one slow breath, notice the warmth of the cup, pay attention to the smell, look outside. For 5 minutes, do absolutely nothing else. It sounds almost too simple, but that's the point. You are teaching your mind. I don't have to rush through every moment. And once you learn to slow down, ordinary moments begin to feel different. 2. Take a walk with nothing to consume. Most people don't walk anymore. They consume. They walk while listening to podcasts. They walk while watching videos. They walk while answering messages. They walk while thinking about what they need to do next. Try something different. Take a 20-minute walk without headphones. No podcast, no music, no scrolling, just you and the world around you. At first, it might feel strangely uncomfortable. You may suddenly realize how noisy your own mind has become. But don't run from that silence. Walk through it. Notice the trees, notice the buildings, notice the weather. Listen to the sound of your footsteps. Watch the people around you. You don't have to solve your life during that walk. You're simply allowing your brain to breathe. And something interesting happens when you stop filling every empty second. You begin to notice things you were previously too distracted to see. A sunset, a cool breeze, a familiar street, a bird sitting on a fence, a neighbor saying hello. None of these things are new. You simply weren't paying attention. And sometimes happiness isn't about finding something new. It's about noticing what you've been walking past. 3. Stop saving your life for someday. This one is powerful. How many things are you saving for later? The nice clothes, the expensive coffee, the trip, the restaurant, the book, the weekend, the hobby, the phone call you've been meaning to make. We tell ourselves, I'll do it when I have more time. I'll enjoy it after I finish this project. I'll travel when things settle down. I'll relax when I retire. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Life doesn't always wait for us to become available. You don't have to spend irresponsibly. You don't have to ignore your responsibilities, but you should stop believing that enjoyment must always be postponed. Use the good plates, wear the shirt you like, go to the restaurant, take your spouse out for coffee, call the old friend, visit the place you've been talking about, take the photograph, enjoy the Saturday morning. Because there is a difference between being responsible and constantly postponing your life. And if you're always waiting for the perfect time to enjoy yourself, you may spend years waiting for a time that never comes. 4. Give yourself one small thing to look forward to. Here's something incredibly simple. Have one small event on your calendar that you genuinely enjoy. It doesn't have to be expensive. Maybe every Friday evening you cook your favorite meal. Maybe Saturday morning is your coffee and book time. Maybe Sunday afternoon is your walk. Maybe once a month you visit a new restaurant. Maybe you watch an old movie with someone you love. Why does this work? Because anticipation is part of enjoyment. Think about being a child. You might have waited all week for Saturday morning cartoons. You might have counted the days until summer vacation. You might have been excited about a birthday. The event itself wasn't the only enjoyable part. Waiting for it was enjoyable too. As adults, we sometimes remove all anticipation from life. Everything becomes routine. Work, bills, responsibilities, sleep, repeat. Give yourself something small to anticipate. Your life doesn't need a huge adventure every week. Sometimes one meaningful little thing is enough to make an ordinary week feel lighter. 5. Stop measuring your life against other people. Now we're getting into something that quietly steals enormous amounts of happiness. Comparison. Imagine you have a perfectly normal Tuesday. You wake up, you have breakfast, you work, you come home. Everything is fine. Then you open social media, and suddenly you see someone traveling through Europe. Someone bought a beautiful house. Someone launched a successful business. Someone got married. Someone is showing their new car. Someone looks incredibly fit, and within 30 seconds, your perfectly normal life starts looking inadequate. But remember something, you're seeing their presentation, not their entire life. You're seeing the vacation, not the credit card bill. You're seeing the achievement, not the years of uncertainty. You're seeing the smile, not the private conversation that happened before the camera turned on. And this is where Stoic thinking becomes incredibly practical. Instead of asking, why don't I have what they have? Ask, what can I do with what I have? That's a completely different question. One creates frustration, the other creates power. You don't need to win someone else's race. You need to live your own life well. And once you stop constantly looking sideways, you finally have enough attention to look forward. But there's one habit left that most people underestimate. And honestly, this might be the one that changes everything. Because you can take walks, you can stop comparing, you can slow down. You can create things to look forward to. But if your mind has been trained to see everything that's wrong, you can still feel unhappy in a perfectly good life. So let's talk about the habit that changes what your mind searches for every single day. 6. Create one daily ritual that exists just for you. Your entire day probably belongs to someone. Your employer wants something from you. Your family needs something. Your phone demands your attention. Your responsibilities keep coming. And somewhere inside all of that, you disappear. That's why you need one small ritual that belongs only to you. 10 minutes, that's enough. Maybe you sit on your porch in the morning. Maybe you read 5 pages. Maybe you make coffee and listen to quiet music. Maybe you write down your thoughts. Maybe you sit outside at sunset. Maybe you cook something slowly instead of rushing through dinner. The activity itself isn't important. The message you're sending yourself is, I matter too. And don't make the mistake of turning this into another productivity challenge. You don't have to learn something. You don't have to improve yourself. You don't have to make money. You don't have to accomplish anything. Just enjoy it, because not every minute of your life needs to be productive. Some minutes are allowed to simply be beautiful. 7. End the day by looking for what went right. This final habit is small, but practiced consistently, it can change the way you see your life. Before you go to sleep, ask yourself 3 questions. What was good today? What did I appreciate? What small moment would I like to remember? Maybe your answer is simple. Coffee tasted great this morning. My daughter called me. I finished something difficult. I laughed with a coworker. The weather was beautiful. I had a peaceful 10 minutes alone. That's enough. You don't need to pretend that everything went perfectly. It didn't. Some days will be difficult. Some days will disappoint you. Some days will leave you exhausted. Stoicism doesn't tell you to deny reality. It teaches you to choose where you place your attention. And when you repeatedly train your mind to notice what is good, you become better at finding it. This is important. Gratitude isn't pretending life is perfect. Gratitude is recognizing that even an imperfect life contains moments worth appreciating, and those moments add up. Now think about all 7 habits. Slow down. Walk without constant stimulation. Stop postponing every enjoyable experience. Give yourself something to look forward to. Stop comparing. Create a ritual that belongs to you, and notice what went right before you sleep. None of these habits requires a fortune. None requires a new house. None requires you to completely reinvent yourself. And that's exactly why they matter. Because sometimes we're searching for a massive solution to a small but important problem. We think, I need a new job. I need to move. I need more money. I need a completely different life. Maybe sometimes those things are necessary, but sometimes you don't need a different life. You need to become present enough to experience the one you already have. Remember David from the beginning, that man who sat in his quiet house and realized he didn't know how to enjoy an ordinary Saturday. He started with one change. Every morning before touching his phone, he sat outside with his coffee. 10 minutes, that's all. Then he started walking without his phone. Then he began calling an old friend every Sunday. Then he started visiting a local park again. Nothing dramatic happened. There was no overnight transformation. But months later he told someone something simple. I think I finally started noticing my life again. That's the goal. Not constant excitement, not permanent happiness. Something deeper. Presence, appreciation, peace. The ability to look at an ordinary Tuesday and say, this is my life, and I don't want to miss it. So tonight, before you go to bed, don't ask yourself, did I accomplish enough? Ask yourself, did I experience today? Did you notice the sky? Did you taste your coffee? Did you laugh? Did you talk to someone you love? Did you take a breath and actually feel it? Did you give yourself even 5 quiet minutes? Because one day you may look back and realize something. The happiest parts of your life were not always the biggest moments. They were the small ones. The morning sunlight coming through the window, the sound of someone you love laughing, the quiet drive home, the cup of coffee you didn't rush, the walk you almost skipped, the conversation you almost didn't have, the sunset you almost ignored. Those moments were your life. And they were happening while you were busy waiting for something bigger. So don't wait. Start small. Tomorrow morning, put the phone down, take a breath, drink your coffee slowly, look outside, take a walk, call someone. Enjoy something without feeling guilty about it. And before you sleep, remember 3 things that were good. You don't need to become a completely different person to enjoy life again. You just need to stop missing the life that's already happening, because happiness isn't always waiting somewhere ahead of you. Sometimes it's sitting quietly beside you, and you've simply been too busy to notice. So slow down, look around, be here. Your life is happening now.